In Worn Wanderers, you and your team of wary travelers, represented by beautiful enamel pins like these ones, will face off against an opponent, and you're going to be trying to survive in the cutthroat, post-apocalyptic world of Del Rey. You and your pins will take on an opponent. You're trying to get their loot before they can get yours. It is a very fast-paced card game. It's very quick and easy to learn and play, but also has a lot of strategic weight to dig into once you're ready. There are a lot of unique factors about Worn Wanderers, first and foremost of which is that it is a completely wearable game. I'm wearing everything I need to play Worn Wanderers on my lanyard right now. I also really like it on a jacket or a bag, whatever you have it. It's perfect for on the go if you're at a convention, maybe you're waiting in line or something like that, or if you just need a quick icebreaker game before a local game night or at a game store or anywhere else that you might want to play. It is a very versatile game in that sense, and it's also versatile in the sense that you can play with as many or as few pins as you'd like. Teams of 2 like these that you'll see here are perfect for a first game and when you're on the go because they don't take up too much real estate, but we really like playing with teams of 4 and teams of 6 as well, and you can play with as many as you'd really like to. The victory conditions just change slightly. But we'll get right into that once we get into the gameplay. For your first game, we definitely recommend a team of 2 against a team of 2, just to help you get a feel for the rules, and our starter sets are perfectly designed for that. They are thematic pairs that will help you get into the game without having to learn too much in one go. All right, so now that we've gone through that, I will get into how to play Worn Wanderers. Each of your characters is represented by a pin, and they themselves are wearing 3 combat cards and 1 loot card. The combat cards represent the weapons and armor your characters use and the attacks they make, while the loot cards represent their survival supplies and belongings. In order to win the game, you'll need your characters to take your opponent's loot, which you'll do during battle by revealing their loot cards. Each combat card features an attack stat represented by this burst symbol here, and they'll also have a defense stat, seeing the shield symbol there. At the bottom of the card, you'll also notice that you'll see either 1, 2, or 3 ticks, indicating that a card is a level 1 card, a level 2 card, or a level 3 card. And each of your characters has to have a level 1 card, a level 2 card, a level 3 card, getting stronger as they go before their loot card, which has to have an average of 4 across all the characters in your team, no matter how many pins you're playing with. During gameplay, you'll take turns choosing one of your characters to attack one of your opponent's characters. To begin the game, choose a random start player. We like to play evens and odds or rock, paper, scissors. Once you've done that, determine a random start player, you will be ready to start the game. In this case, in this demo, the Dodgy Characters team here will start. On their turn, they will have Lich Baron Noya, for the example, attack Father Ishad. When we do that, we compare attack stats to defense stats for both characters back and forth. So we'll see that Lich Baron Noya's attack of 12 is greater than or equal to Father Ishad's defense of 9, which is enough to hit him. But we'll also see that Father Ishad's 8 attack is greater than or equal to Lich Baron Noya's 5 defense, so it's enough to hit him back. In this case, both characters will take a hit, so we'll just take the top card and slide it out of the way, revealing the next one. You'll notice that they rotate all the way 270 degrees, and they will lock into place on the far side of the pin from where they started. This will keep the game easy to keep track of. Now the attack's resolved, that ends the attacking player's turn, beginning their opponent's turn. In a 2-pin game like this one, you will just continue playing until one player reveals a loot card. At that point, their opponent wins. However, if both teams reveal a loot card at the same time, then whoever revealed more loot wins, and if there is still a tie, then it will be resolved by the attacker winning. On top of that, though, if you're playing with teams of more than 2, just keep in mind that in order to win, you're trying to reveal 2 times the number of loot per character in your team. So 2 loot per character in your team. So if you have a team of 4, you need to reveal 8 loot to win, or a team of 6 reveals 12 loot to win. Many cards in Worn Wanderers have abilities in addition to their stats. That will come in the form of a keyword with either a sword icon next to it or a shield icon next to it. You can see the sword and the shield a little bit more clearly here. When your abilities have a sword icon, you'll activate that ability when it's your turn when you're attacking, whereas when they have a shield icon, you'll activate them when you are defending. So in the sense of this game, if you had the team of Tour de Force here attack with Chieftain Ducorno into Lich Baron Noya, we'll have the opportunity to put on display the keyword Mend. The keyword Mend means that instead of hitting your opponent, you're able to heal up an adjacent character. The keyword Evasive is all about parity, which means that if you have an odd number of defense, you won't take a hit from an odd number attack card. And likewise, if you have an even number of defense, you won't take a hit from an even numbered attack card. In this case, if we attack Lich Baron Noya, his ability has a sword icon, which means he will not activate it on defense. So for the sake of the example, Chieftain Ducorno here will attack Lich Baron Noya. We compare attack to defense and also attack to defense. The 10 attack is greater than or equal to Lich Baron Noya's 9 defense, so he'd be able to deal a hit. In this case, however, instead of dealing a hit, we will heal Father Aishad using that Mend ability again. And then likewise, the rest of the attack is as normal, so the 12 attack is compared to 6 defense. It is greater than or equal to that. So Chieftain Ducorno himself will take a hit as well. That's an example of one ability that might activate. Another example could be the evasive keyword, which we can use in this case. Evasive is all about parity. So if you have an odd number of defense, you will not take a hit from an odd number of attack. So if Lich Baron Noya were to attack Chieftain Ducorno, he would not take a hit. In this case, the guard defensive keyword, it would be activated only if an adjacent character is targeted. Chieftain Ducorno has the option to protect Father Aishad. So if Lich Baron Noya attacks Father Aishad, we could activate guard, and that would require Lich Baron Noya to redirect his attack to Chieftain Ducorno. In this case, he would not take a hit either way. So his top card would remain active. You don't have to memorize any damage calculations or anything, and you'll continue playing then. And eventually, once one of the loot cards gets revealed, you'll have a winner. Now that you know everything you need to know about actually playing a game of Worn Wanderers, let's get into how to build your characters to your liking. Something I love about Worn Wanderers is that every character is completely customizable. You're just going to have to worry about 2 specific things. So first and foremost, you'll need to have a level 1 card indicated by the level 1 pip there, level 2 card and level 3 card getting stronger as you go on each character before their loot card, which has to have an average of 4 across however many pins you have in your team. So that's the first consideration. The second consideration is about your specific pin. So the serial killer here has her own unique color heraldry, as every character does, which are represented by 4 color pips. She's got 2 purple spots and 2 black spots, which means she can have a maximum of 2 purple cards and a maximum of 2 black cards on her. Right now, this setup is 2 black cards and 1 purple card before her loot. But you could swap out either black card for a purple card or a different black card if you like. And likewise, you can swap out this purple card for a different purple card or a black card as long as you're swapping in at least 1 purple elsewhere. So in this case, I'm going to take out Taking You With Me. I'm going to swap in Peerless Acrobat here to give a bit more of a stronger defensive stat. And my team is ready to go. However, you'll see one of my cards is backwards because you can see right in that little track there. In this case, it is going to be that new one, Peerless Acrobat. So when you assemble your team, you're going to want to line up those tracks so you can see straight through them all the way. Once you're ready, I like to pop all 3 cards on at once. So what you're going to need to do is the top pin post is going to go through the hole in the center of the cards, and the bottom pin post is going to go through the track. So once you get that lined up, you can pop them on, but you can also do it one by one if that works better for you. So once they're on like that, you'll just pop your pin back on. And then at that point, once I'm all safe and ready to go, I like to pop it on a lanyard, and it's nice having 2 pin posts because it keeps your pins a little more secure. But if you want a little extra security, there are also different locking pin backs available as well. This way, once your team is set, once your character is set, you'll be able to rotate your cards around that character safely, and you won't lose anything, and you'll keep it exactly as you'd like. When you purchase Worn Wanderers, it will come in either a starter set like these, which contain 2 characters, all the cards on them ready to play, and a few more to mix and match in, or you can purchase booster packs like this one. They are a great way to build out your collection because there are about 150 cards in the first set and 30 characters total. 12 are available through starter sets. The other 18 you'll find in booster packs, as well as foil versions of the starter characters. Booster pack pins can come in black nickel, silver, or gold, in addition to potentially having a foil finish. In this case, we've got a black nickel pin. The differences are only aesthetic, and they won't affect how the pins play. When you open it up, you'll see an additional character, in this case, Reheard Color, and an additional random 6 cards, as well as a random loot card. We'll pop them off and I'll tell you a bit more about them. There is a sense of rarity to the cards that you're using in that there are 3 common cards, 2 uncommon cards, and 1 rare card in each pack. Some good news for those of you looking to fill out your collections is that there are 3 times as many common cards as rare cards and twice as many uncommon cards as rare cards. So you won't have tons of extra commons or uncommons like in most other trading card games. Also, rare and uncommon cards are not strictly better than common cards. It's just about how often they appear and also the unique keyword color combinations to that color in those rare cards. Each color not only has its own personality and how it relates to the character's heraldry, but also has its own unique playstyles and abilities that you'll see these bleed out across colors in the rare cards especially. Each card's anatomy has a code at the top. All start with the 3 letters COR, core, indicating they are part of the core set. The first set of Worn Wanderers, followed by a number indicating what level card it is. So 1 for a level 1 card, 2 for level 2, and so on, as well as the ticks that you can see at the bottom of the card as well. Next, you'll see 2 letters indicating the color on the card, just so that you have a bit of confirmation there. BL is blue, whereas BK is black. And then lastly, you'll have the last 2 letters indicating the rarity of a card. So it'll either say CO for common, UN for uncommon, or RA for rare, followed by one last unique identifier as a number to compare it to help you differentiate it from other cards that might match the same color and rarity as well. You'll also notice that all of our cards are reversible, so you can put them on either direction to rotate either way you'd prefer. Just make sure all your cards are lined up in the same direction so that you can see clearly through the sliding track on the outside. Personally, I like to rotate my cards clockwise, but I know some other folks enjoy just rotating to the inside no matter which way you have it set up. So that is everything you need to know about the anatomy of a card for Worn Wanderers. Now you should be ready and know everything you need to know to play. But at this point, I just want to thank everyone for sticking around and learning about Worn Wanderers. And I hope you'll go out and play Worn Wanderers with a friend, either at home, on the go at a convention, or down at your local game store. Thank you so much.